With Earth being a school, that takes a lot of weight off our shoulders. Specifically, if we have had hard childhoods, a lot of mistakes that we've made, or we think that they're mistakes, but in reality, they are our training grounds. The betrayals, the hatred, the pain, the isolation, the misfortune, all of these negative things are actually our training grounds. If you can relate with the concept or the term chosen, right? These people that share and say, hey, I'm a chosen individual. I'm here. I'm a messenger of the Most High God, right? And then you hear the stories that they come, the backgrounds, right? These people have gone through it. Like, they have gone through it. I could tell you because I'm one of them. Like, we have gone through the ringer. The Most High has put us through it. There's nothing special, like, in a sense of like glamour or like we have had it easy. No, this is the most tragic, terrible things that have ever happened to a human being. The Most High sends us through all of that for the purposes of our training, so that when we finally learn the lessons and we take the wisdom out of it, we all have been built to sustain certain things, to be able to deal with certain things, right? So if we go back and we look at things, at our experiences, right? The things that we're shameful about, the things that we could be like, why was I thinking? Why did I do that? Right? I have so stupid type of scenario, right? We can look at it with a different lens. Now that we understand that these are the things that we were supposed to go through, like all of it. We were supposed to go through it. We were supposed to go through it. We were supposed to learn the lessons, abstract the wisdom out of it, and move on. Now, sometimes we spend longer than usual repeating the same cycles, accepting certain things for whatever reason that may be, right? And so, for myself, I often speak on. I had a hard time closing cycles, and things would repeat over and over and over and over and over and there. I could go on these overs like over 17 times, like, and I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it was ridiculous. It was to the point that the people that were actually in my life at that time, they really thought that I had some type of disorder or something, because I kept allowing things that were just not okay, right? But then when I finally got it, after like the 21st time that it happened, I had a playbook. Like, I was taking mental notes for all those times, and I was not aware that I was taking mental notes. I knew how things were going to play out, how what was going to happen next, who was going to be involved, how many people were going to get into it. I knew it all, right? So what that did was that those experiences, that repeating those cycles over and over and over again, that taught me all of the tricks of my enemy. My enemy revealed all that it had. It had no tricks left. It had no tricks left. Like, what are you going to bring out? You've done it all. So when you look at things this way, right? If you're somebody who have gone through things and they continue to repeat themselves, you can also take that, could be the lesson that you need to learn, right? What did you gain out of it? What did your enemy reveal to you about them? Like, what tricks do they have? You already know their playbook, right? So you could stay on it, into it, like, oh my God, they're always doing this. They do this, and this, and that. Well, if you know they do this, and that, that's leverage. You could choose to stay in the slumber and say and be pity me, or you can choose to do something with that information. Now you know how to move forward. And you also gain the knowledge that these things do happen, that people do behave in a certain way, right? So it wasn't all for nothing. It was knowledge that you learned, right? It might have taken you a bit longer, but you learned it. So those betrayals, that pain, that hurt, that feeling game, shame, remorse, guilt, all of that served you. It served you to be the human being that you are today, right? And if we're looking at things in a space of things that line that send us, to institutions where we end up in like jails, institutions, things like that, things that we're not proud of, we can also see that these spirits were operating through us, right? Because we get infected by these spirits, and sometimes, most of the time, these spirits, they penetrate so deeply that they take control of your brain, and you think that those are your thoughts, and they're not. That's why it's so important that we heal, that we let go of the titles, and that we become so formless, so quiet within ourselves, that we're able to hear our voice. And when we hear our voice, we're able to hear the voice of the Most High who resides inside of us. We're not separate from God. So all of those things that we did, God was there, right there, doing it with us. So he knows all about it. And this is a school. We come here to experience those exact things. Nothing was a mistake. Yes, it was unfortunate, but we can choose to heal from it. Because we didn't come here to stay. All right? We're just passing through. And the goal of the game is to remember that we're just passing through, and that we're supposed to awaken by remembering, by choosing to come into unity with oneself. And the way we do that is through healing, through forgiveness, through detaching from the titles and choosing ourselves. That's how we master ourselves. And when we do that, it creates a ripple effect all around us, whether they want to or not. But the path to ascension is through self-love and choosing ourselves. And we come into unity with ourselves. And when we come into unity with ourselves, we come into unity with the Most High God. And we get divine guidance, divine protection, divine intervention.